Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RuckU News Week. Lots. I know it's about 8, isn't it? It's about 8. More than most South Africans encounter anyway. End of the Welsh trip to South Africa. Well done the Boils. Played 2, lost 2. But we did better in the second test. Who gives a shit? Actually, they did do better in the second test. South Africans, nothing new there really, is it? Big pack of forwards, great back row, probably got the best choices of... That's the house falling down. Bit of work going on. Yeah, huge pack building. Anyway, South Africans, I think they've got the best back row in the world, or the choice of it anyway. Not quite sure about the midfield, I have to say. The Welsh, Shane Williams, brilliant. But I think the one thing they learned is to be around the best in the world, got to have far more of an edge in your game, precision, etc, etc, etc. Other bits of news, Graham Henry has responded to Rob Andrews' baiting out in New Zealand. I saw that quote this morning. Graham Henry says that Rob Andrew is a tosser. I didn't actually say that. He said something really boring. But Rob's been winding them up. Always a useful thing to do between tests, isn't it? To say that the All Blacks only peak between World Cups. I mean, we all know that, but no need to say it, is it? But then Rob will be sitting comfortably in the stand, won't he? Not a huge amount of difference to when he was playing. A bit rich coming from me. Or me, but so, an England first test. Charlie Hodgson. Nice guy, good club player. Scared when he takes the international pitch. Don't know how many times you have to see it, but we saw it, I think, once too often there. England pack need to be a lot better. Type 5, got to put more pressure on them, I would say. A little bit more creativity in the midfield. Which is not a problem because we've picked Noon and Tindall. Straddle's gone, thought it was a bit harsh. Brown's gone. Which I think is back to the bad old days. You pick a young kid and you give him one game. What's the fucking point of that? You know it's going to be hard in New Zealand. You're playing about the best team in the world. You either think the guy's worth at least 2 games or not. What does that do for a guy? Pick him once, drop it. Thanks for coming. Not good. Not good. I mean, I know New Zealand is a hard place to tour. We all know that. I did. I toured there for a few days and then was on holiday because I was that bad. Actually, I do remember it. We were playing. This was about right, isn't it? We were playing South Harbour, North Harbour. Didn't have a fucking decent harbour anyway. We were playing then, and I got a bit of a kicking, got a cut back of the head, so I was crying, bleeding. It was a great moment, lying on the ground, and Richard Webster was playing. Referee blows a whistle, breaks up, blood came out my head, and he said, "Come on then, guys, turn to the North Harbour boys and said, come on, who did that, out of order." Richard Webster, quick as flash, said, "Oh, come on, ref." He said it could have been any one of 29 of us. I was popular. Although, good place to tour New Zealand. I remember being down there with the Lions on holiday in '93, and the tour had gone off the rails from the first night. Can't go into too much detail, but it had gone off the rails and never got back on them. I remember Jeff Cook, about 3 weeks into the tour, we were in Dunedin, I think, some other place. Actually, I do remember, I think it was Dunedin, lying on my bed, watching the 9 o'clock news. And the headline was that a caravan had been nicked. That was the fucking headline on the 9 o'clock news. And you're thinking, get me fucking out of this place. Anyway, boys were having a great time, and Jeff gave us a bollocking about getting our minds sorted. Mine had gone, obviously. And the next morning, he comes in and he's livid. He said, "I can't believe it. We had a talk last night about getting this tour back on the road." And this is bloody God's honest truth. And he said, "And I'm woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning by 3 or 4 guys coming in, pissed. He said, enough is enough. I'll leave it with you, the players, Gavin Hastings, the captain. You fucking sort it out. And he storms out the room. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah. You know, I lean back and Jason Leonard is a row behind me and 2 over. I limped towards him. I went, you, I presume. He went, fuck off. I got in at 5. It was that kind of tour. So looking forward to the second test. The Kiwis, I've got a piece coming out with a Jed who goes them for me. Gone down really well in New Zealand. They get humour down there. I think I can't remember the last one. Yeah, I said I was better than Frank Bunce. Now we all know that's a joke, obviously. I think this time I'm going to say that Frank Bunce was soft. He's soft as shit. Or Meads was overrated. Or something like that. Because they're buying into the whole thing, humour. Jed is pissing himself laughing. So to you, Jed, you're a bastard. You've stitched me up. To all you Kiwis, that was a joke. See you next week after I think England will restore pride. No, unfortunately I think we'll lose again. We won't have a roof by next week. My prediction for England New Zealand is that the Kiwis will only win by less than 10. See ya. To all the Kiwis.